Hello my dear students, I hope you all are fit and fine. I am Spinky. Welcome you all to the RKP online classes. Students, today we are going to start one new topic of chapter 1. Today we will discuss about Roman numbers. Okay, and students, Roman numbers used by the Romans, but today also we use Roman numbers. Okay, let us see. Here you can see one clock. Okay, and in this clock Roman numbers are used. Here these are the Roman numbers, and according to Roman numbers we use only 7 symbols. Okay, there are only 7 symbols in the Roman numbers, and in Hindu Arabic numerals beta there are a total 10 symbols. From 0 to 9 there are 10 symbols. 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, total 10 symbols are there in Hindu numerals, and only 7 symbols are there in Roman numerals, in Roman numbers. Okay, and here you can see these 7 symbols: I, B, X, L, C, D and M. And here you can see Hindu Arabic numerals. Means according to Hindu Arabic numerals, what is the value of each symbol? I means 1, V means 5, X means 10, L means 50, C means 100, D means 500 and M means 1000. Students, there are some rules also for writing the Roman numbers. Okay, now let us see these rules. First is I, X, C and M can be repeated. Means we can repeat these symbols I, X, C and M, but V, L and D cannot be repeated. You know there are only 7 symbols in the Roman numerals. Okay, and from these 7 symbols, these 4 can be repeated, but these 3 cannot be repeated. Repetition of the numbers means addition. Okay, if we are repeating the numbers, then it means we are adding that numbers. No symbol is repeated more than 3 times, and we can repeat any symbol from these. We can repeat these symbols only 3 times. Okay, we can write only 1 time, 2 times or 3 times, but we cannot repeat these symbols more than 3 times. If we write X 4 times, like X, X, X and X, then it will be wrong beta. Okay, so we can write X only 1 time, 2 times or 3 times. Okay, X means 10, so XX means 10 plus 10, 20. Okay, and XXX means 10 plus 10 plus 10, so it means 30. And if we write C, 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 it means C means 100 plus C means 100 plus C, and C means 100. So C means 300. If we write I and I, so it means 1 plus 1 plus 1, 3. Okay, but if I write V and V, then it will be wrong beta. Why? Because we cannot repeat V, we cannot repeat L and we cannot repeat D. Okay, we can repeat only I, X, C and M. We cannot repeat V, L and D. If we repeat these symbols, then it will be wrong. Okay, next is when a smaller number is written on the right of a greater number, the smaller number is added to the greater number. Okay, so according to this rule, if I write X, V, okay, it means here V is added to X. X means 10, X means 10 and V means 5. So it means we are adding this 5 to this 10. So 10 plus 5 will be 15. Okay, if I write LX, then here X is smaller number and L is greater number. Okay, because L is equal to 50 and X is equal to 10. So here you can see X is written on the right side of L. So it means we are adding this X to this L, and L means 50 and X means 10. So LX means 60. If I write CX, then CX, C is greater number and X is smaller number, and here also greater smaller number is written on the left on the right side of the greater number. So it means we are adding this number to this number. Okay, and C means 100 and X means 10. So it means 110. Okay. Now students, let us see next rule. When a smaller number is written on the left of a greater number, then the smaller number is subtracted from the greater number. Okay, and for this rule, these rules also we have to keep in our mind. Okay, let us see these also. I can be subtracted from V and X. Okay, I can be subtracted from V and X means we can subtract I from V and X. X can be subtracted from L and C. This X can be subtracted from L and C. Okay. Next is C can be subtracted from D and M. This C can be subtracted from D and M. And V, L and D are never subtracted. V, L and D never subtracted. Okay, means here you can see this I can be subtracted only from these. मीन्स जो सिंबल है बेटा उससे आगे जो टू सिंबल्स है गिवन, ठीक है, ओनली उन्हीं में से ही हम आई को सब्ट्रैक्ट कर सकते हैं. एंड लाइक दिस एक्स ऑल्सो वी कैन सब्ट्रैक्ट ओनली फ्रॉम दीज मीन्स फ्रॉम एल एंड सी. जो इससे नेक्स्ट टू सिंबल्स हैं ओनली फ्रॉम दीज वी कैन सब्ट्रैक्ट. एंड लाइक दिस सी ऑल्सो, सी को भी हम किसमें से सब्ट्रैक्ट कर सकते हैं, ओनली फ्रॉम दीज two symbols. Okay, I can be subtracted from V and X can be subtracted from L and C C can be subtracted from only D and M, and V, L, D never subtracted. Okay, so now let us see again this. When a smaller number is written on the left of a greater number, when we write a smaller number to the left of the greater number, then it means we are subtracting that smaller number from that greater number. Okay, now let us see. If I write here I, V, okay, I is smaller number and V is greater number because I means 1 and V means 5. So here I is written to the left of V. So it means we will subtract this I from V. Okay, means 5 minus 1 and that will be 4. If I write here I, X, then it means we are subtracting this I from X, means we are subtracting 1 from 10. So 10 minus 1 will give us 9. And if I write here X, L, so it means X is here smaller number and L is greater number because X is equal to 10 and L is equal to 50. So here we are subtracting X from L, 10 from 50. Okay, so 50 minus 10 will give us 40. 50 minus 10 will be 40. Okay, if I write here X, C, then it means we are subtracting this X from L, from C, X from C, and C means 100 and X means 10, so it means 90. Okay, but beta, if I write here L, C, L is smaller number and C is greater number, So it means we are subtracting this L from C, but it will be wrong because we cannot subtract L from C. L never subtracted. Okay, V, L and D never subtracted. If I write here V X, then also it will be wrong. Okay, we cannot subtract V from X. Okay, we can subtract I from V and I from X also. Now students, let us see how can we write these numbers according to Roman numbers. Okay, first of all we are having 13. First of all beta, let us write this 13 like this. Okay, first we will expand it. We will write it 10 plus 3. So for 10 we will write this X, and for this 3 we will write these I. But where we will write these I means 3 times I, where we will write? Yes, on the right side of this X, because when we add a smaller number, to the greater number, then we will write on the right side of the greater number. Okay, so here we will write these 3 I here on the right side of the X. It means we are adding these I to X. Okay. Next is 19. So how can we write it? First let us write it 10 plus 9. So for this X, for this 10 we will write X, and then for this 9 we will write this beta I X on the right side of X. X plus IX means 10 plus 9 will be 19. Now next is 78. So we will write 70 plus 8. And how can we write the 70? Yes, first we will write 50 and then 20. So what we will write for 50? This L and then X. Okay, L X is equal to 70, and then we will write 8, and for 8 we will write V I. Okay, so L X means 70 and V I means 8. So 78 will be written like this. Okay, if I write here 309, so first we will write it 300 plus 9. Then for 300, what we will write? 300 means we will write this 100. This 100 3 times means this C 3 times, plus 9 means we will write this 9. We will write IX on the right side of this C, means IX. C IX. C means 300 and plus IX. Okay, so 309. If we will write here 430, then for 400, first we will write 400 plus 30, and for 400, but we will write 400. Can we write like this? No beta, it will be wrong. Okay, because we cannot repeat this C 4 times, more than 3 times. So we will write how? For 500 we are having D. Okay, so 400 को कैसे लिखेंगे हम? 500 minus 100 means first we will write D and then we will write C on the left side. Okay, for subtracting we will write this C to the left side of D, and then plus 30 and 30 X. So CD X. CD means 400 and X means 30. If I write here 710, then 700 plus 10, then first we will write 700. And how can we write 700? Yes, first we will write 500 means 500 plus 200. So first we will write D, then add 200. So C. D C means 700 and plus 10. So plus x. So we will write x on the right side of this D, C, C. Okay, so like this we have to write the Roman numbers. I hope you all have understood this topic. Now you have to write the Roman numbers for these numbers, okay, by yourself.